All right, really quick update for everyone. We are working on the new fan, and in the interest of time and money, I decided to go ahead and just use what I have here. Now, the fan that I had in there is safely tucked away right here, so it can be used in another application. But what I want to do is test how this fan works. And if it keeps the motor much cooler, there's going to be an adaptation ring around that area to kind of funnel air around the outside of the outrunner. Plus with the load of half of the blades taken off of the motor, I think we'll get a higher RPM. Now, still going to be pushing 48 volts till I get that 18 SCSC and one more 22.2 volt battery. But on the bright side, we'll be able to test it and see how many more RPMs we get out of it, how much more force we get out of it with half the blades and this cooling down the main motor. I know it's crazy, but hey, that's what this is for. The only part that I have to really reprint is this, because these shafts that come out, which hold the small bearings that engage right here on the wheel so that it doesn't put any torque on the motor bearings themselves, so it basically rolls in there. You've seen it. The point is, I'll have to reprint this, but I have to make this a little bit bigger anyway to hug those gears. About 0.1 millimeters should do it. And now, or the bearings over there, sorry. But at this point, what we're going to do is, since these have to be printed in the opposing direction of the line. So you got their layer lines like this, right, for the shaft. Well, the layer lines on these need to be going the same direction on the circular shaft that holds that bearing. And that's for the purpose of making sure that they don't snap at the layer lines. Because if I printed them straight up and down like this, then they would just snap off when the torque started in on them, if any. The motor bearings are probably tough enough to handle it, but it's just an extra precaution I threw in there. So that won't take long to print. We're almost done printing the fan. It's going to go into that housing, and then we're going to put the motor housing back on, line it up through the collet and the keyway, bolt it together, slap the batteries on, 48 volts, and see what this fan does. That's going to be fun. So, and these are the bolts that hold that on to the shaft, the main fan, the shaft. So that's going to be cool. So one minor change here in the CAD file to make it a little bit tighter for this with the given material that I'm using, which is Creality PETG, and then everything else will fit perfectly. We'll get everything together, and then we're going to spin this puppy up. It's going to be fun.